Okay, so May 30th, Monday, Decoration Memorial Day here in the United States. So long holiday for some. So let's just take time to calm our bodies, our minds down with just breathing and getting a sense of that breath moving in right down into the belly. And exhaling it way out as far as it will go, even into Laniakea, that great expanse supercluster. Breathing it in, connected beyond our ability to understand even, but not to, we can certainly trust. That energy waking up all the power centers of your body, moving the energy down through your feet, feeling the connections between the roots of sisterhood, waking up the power that we are as souls in female body, holding each other. Breathing ourselves right here into this sacred ground of sovereignty. Calling forth the fivefold cocoon around ourselves, our home, our land, and everyone to whom we are connected in love. That cocoon holding and stabilizing and connecting and dissolving what seems impossible. We call in our spiritual teams, those that we are aware of, those who may be searching for us, for our help, those who are committed to the highest good, the expression of our divine family agendas, the sovereignty throughout the entire galactic field. Just take a moment and breathe and let the resonance of those declarations move through you. And then as you breathe, awakening our centers within the earth, within the solar plexus, with the Sophia collective, within the heart centers of the Grace collective. And claim the pillar that we are for good in the world. And with that, our circle is claimed. It is anchored and activated. We are here present with one another. And so it is. So now let's place ourselves in the circle. However many that you want to put in the circle consciously, that circle of healing of to divine good, individuals, four-legged situations, and inequality you want to call forth within the circle. So let's see, I'll begin. I'm Sharon Raji here on Whidbey Island. It's a quiet, misty day, and I'm going to bring 64 into the circle. The multiple situations that are showing themselves that are out picturing outsider energy and cultures multiples of those situations and the quality of deep collaboration. And I'll pass to Angelique.
Thank you, Sharon. I say hello from the Netherlands to everyone. I'm back and well and changed and still the same. So that's so true. I bring in 20 people, and the situation in the Ukraine and in the world, the changing and the transformation of the world. And my quality is light. And I go to Sue.
Thank you, Angelique. Hi, everybody. I'm Sue. It's cold, it's dreary, it's dark. It's a good day. So I'm going to bring in, I guess, 47. And I'm just amazed how many people I've been in contact with in Zoom meetings who are in final stages of their life. I just am surprised how many there are. So, holding them in calm and peaceful consciousness for all who are struggling with their life. And radical change for all the rest of us. And I think that's it for now. Arlie?
Hi, I'm Arlie. I'm in New Zealand. I'd like to bring in 28 people. That cat who is verging on being a vision of health. 8 situations, including the obvious of Ukraine and the quality of awareness. I was listening to your healing meditation, Sue, with Sharon, and you were talking about quantum spaces. And I was thinking that perhaps the quantum field is the connection itself between people, things, items, not the energy of the connection, but the connection itself. The birth and holding place of thought forms, that sort of energy. And I was struck, Sharon, by your comment that it will take a new mathematics to understand the quantum field, since quantum field, in what I had been reading about it, attempts to define itself via mathematics, mostly. So those were the thoughts on my head when I went to bed last night, and that's kind of what I was thinking when I woke up this morning. So I will pass on to Deborah.
I'm Deborah in North Carolina. It's a beautiful summer day here. It was like 90 degrees and sunny, and the pool was open and they had a big barbecue by the pool and really good food, actually. It was nice. And I didn't have to cook. That was even better. I'd like to bring in 20 people, 12 situations, Ukraine, Uvalde, and the whole gun weirdness thing. And the peace that's coming into the universe. Thank you.
Did I add one world situation? Oh, okay.
Well, I think you added, was that, somebody said added 8, including Ukraine. So if you want, I mean, I'm saying, yes, you can. I don't know that you did. Go ahead.
One world situation.
One world. Okay, so we've placed 179 individuals consciously into that circle of healing of divine good, with the declaration that they are to be held, and their teams worked with them to dissolve what is impossible and seeming impossible, allowing them to become and express their highest soul, opening doors for that to happen for them. In addition, we have one cat showing the way to wellness, that it can be done, as well as Sue showing it can be done. We have the situations, multiple demonstrations in the world today, along with gun weirdness, one world situation, 20 situations, all including with all of that, the Ukraine, Uvalde. The qualities we've activated and asked be present for us, within us, and in the circle is deep collaboration, light, calm and peacefulness of consciousness for those who are struggling, radical change, awareness, and the peace that's coming into our world. And so it is. So let's go around and just take a moment, whatever's on your heart, whatever you're feeling, before we go into what our journeys might be. So, Arlie, you want to begin? Just whatever is up for you and up for
I
anybody.
think I jumped the gun and told what was up with me in the first part with the quantum field thoughts. The only other thing I'm dealing with here is the mundanity of an ant infestation. So we don't really need to go into that. And I will pass to Sue.
Oh, well, for the last couple of nights, I've been waking up really in the middle of the night and asking, because I want that radical change and I want it now. And when Cinda said, I want proof, it's like, I do too. I just want it. So I've been listening to a few different people, because sometimes I can hear the same thing, but someone's voice is different and they were used a little different wording, and all of a sudden I get it. That's so frustrating. But what I heard was, and I'm not even going to pretend I can identify or explain each one, but our DNA and our Akash and the quantum field. And what I heard someone say was, every quality, every skill we need in this lifetime, we have it in our Akash. Everything we need is in our DNA. And how we activate it is merely asking for it to be brought from whatever lifetime into the here and now. And I have had the feeling for years that I'm a concert pianist, and yet I can't play anything but chopsticks. I have the feeling that I have accomplished amazing things, but that's not my reality in this lifetime. And I've had the feeling, it was so strong. It's like it's right here and I can't grasp it. It's like lint. You can see it in the sunshine, but you can't just pick anything out. So I decided what I heard was, I'm going to believe it. I choose to believe it. And so I don't know. So I am working with different words, different phrases. How do I want to claim what is mine from a past life into this lifetime? One, money, wealth, abundance, financially independent. Either the knowledge of how to do it for myself or the support team that will do it for me. Really don't care. And health. I shouldn't have to claim it for years. I should own it. And I believe, and what I saw this morning was, we are all absolutely perfect spiritual beings. Perfect, absolutely perfect on the other side of the veil. There is no lack anywhere. There is no weakness anywhere. It's on this side of the veil. And so I said, rip the fucking veil away. I'm done. Enough is enough. And I could feel a shift that what I'm claiming already exists. And it was not too much, a few hours later, something in the world happened and it pulled me back into feeling angry, feeling a victim, feeling a fear. And it's like, I just lost all that power I gained a few hours ago. And that's the struggle. And that's why it keeps being a struggle. Parasitics aside, I still have a responsibility to claim my power and stay in it. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm working on, is working to be in it. Because if it's all in the DNA, if it's all in the Akashic records, it's mine. Always has been, and it is now. So if every lifetime over the period of time, I have accomplished one thing in each lifetime, that one thing could benefit me today. I don't have to learn it over. I just have to access it and claim it. So that's my new belief system today. And I suspect I'm going to keep waking up in the middle of the night and be given the opportunity, because it's so quiet, it's so still in the middle of the night. It feels like the world isn't clamoring for my attention. And just keep working on accessing my truth. So when the sun comes up and the new day begins, I can live it. Okay, Angelique.
Wow. Really? I really can feel what you're saying, and I'm resonating on many, many things. I am on a different page. I'm starting to walk on a different page, and I can feel it, I can see it, and I can experience it in many, many ways. And it's not only because we had the hand fasting ceremony. It was already there, and it was already happening, and it's still happening. There's happening many things in my life at the moment. And I can see that it's totally happening. I mean, I don't have to force anything. I don't have to do anything. It's just there. And it's step by step. During our ceremony, it was beautiful, really, really beautiful. And I would love to share some pictures, but I don't know where to send them. And if I have to send them to all of you, or that I can share them only with you, Sharon, and that you can share them with everyone, that will be totally fine with me. And I think I will do that. I have to make a compilation because Milan, my son, he created over than 1,200 pictures. It's ridiculous. And he offered to Robert and me, he offered 270, and it's still a lot. So I have to make a choice out of it. And I'm intended to make a book again. I will create a book, a photo book. But this magical place in the woods was so amazing. I just shared with Sharon that it was raining really, really cats and dogs the day before. It was really pouring water from the heavens. And I thought, oh my God, what will happen tomorrow? And then I said, it will be a beautiful day. It really will be a beautiful day. And it was a beautiful day. And the sun was shining and the temperature was beautiful. And the people were so lovely. And the ceremony was so great. And yeah, and Robert was so overwhelmed and so stunned. It was really beautiful. And he thought that it was me who should have a crown ceremony on that day because he was busy creating that for me. So that all my sisters will offer to me as a crown ceremony, but they didn't because it was not possible to have two ceremonies on one day. So I'm invited for the 15th of June and I will receive this ceremony from my sisters in Drenthe again. So we're going there again. And I really don't know what is going to be, but that is one step. And then on the 30th of June, I will receive a tattoo from Robert for my birthday. And it's a beautiful, beautiful tattoo. And it will be in my heart region on my back. And it's not, what usually is, most of the things are big. And this is really, really pristine and very powerful. And it will be there on my heart, just above my heart, because that's the place where I have to be all the time and where my focus is and where my strength lives and where my vulnerability is at the same time. So it's a wonderful place to have this tattoo there. Also that I will share with you, of course. I will send a picture and I guess I did already to Sharon. So it's totally fine for me to share that because it's a Druid symbol. It's a Celtic symbol again, and it's the Mother Earth and the moon, and just in lines, and then the antlers of a deer reaching out to the heavens and to the spirit world. So that's mine, really. I felt so connected with it. So that's another step. And then, yeah, I send out that I really, what you said, Sue, really, I am rich. I said, I'm rich. And immediately I received money. It was amazing. And I said, I have enough work and sessions are coming in. And I have received 3 assignments to create. And it's amazing. Really, things are really, really working out. And when I got home, I cleansed out my atelier and my sacred space, and I washed and prepared all my feathers again, more over thousands of feathers, and put them in little plastic bags with, a zipper that they cannot receive any bacteria or anything. And immediately I got an assignment again. So it works, it does work. And one of my dear, dear sister friends, she gave us for our commitment, for our bonding, she gave us this, and I will show it to you because it's amazing. It's a stone and it opens up, and then you got this.
Mm. Wow, look at that.
Isn't it amazing? It's a geode and it's pure crystal clear quartz. And when it's closed, it's already so beautiful. I mean, how beautiful can a stone person be? And these are 2 persons in one stone. So it's amazing. I'm so grateful. And then if you say, yeah, abundance, I mean, Milan, my son, he has really looked for something to to make us happy. And what he did for Robert, he found him an what you call it, it's millions of years old. It's an insect, and it's a what you call it, a petroglyph. What is it called? I don't know. I'll show it to you because it's really amazing. And it's here. I can get it in a second. So look at this. Can you see? Or is it too dark? It's too dark, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a little dark. Well, it's one of the first insects of the Mother Earth. And it's, what struck me so much is that everything we received was from the Mother Earth. He gave me, for my birthday, 3 bulls of coral from the sea. And it's like this. 3 bulls of really amazing, you see, it's like millions of years old. And it's so amazing that he really he took the effort to find something which really makes us happy, make our soul happy. And that's, those things really are changing here for the better and for the good, for the highest good. And I am totally in line and totally grateful and happy to receive every change and every, curve on my path. And I follow the flow. There's nothing to push. There's nothing to make it work. It just works because I believe it. I do believe it. And I believe in it. And I believe in myself. And I believe in our commitment. And that's it. And what happens in the world is just that I see there's so much anger and hatred, and everyone. I see that the Mother Earth really is transforming so beautifully, and she is so strong and she is so supportive to us. And these things just make us remember that we never forget that, and we never forget how blessed we are, how really blessed we are on this planet to be here and to live here and to be connected with nature. So I can talk for hours, but I won't because it's too much. I mean, I'd love to share this with you because I do love you so much as well.
How about if I share one of your pictures? I think we'd like that. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, please do, of course.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, huh?
Mhm.
So happy
Beautiful.
for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
It was beautiful. It was amazing. And it was like, you know, we know each other for 26 years. And this is a total new phase. It's like we met for the first time, you know, but on a deeper layer, a very, very much more, yeah, like really the female and the male part are blending within both of us. It's equal and it's totally different. So yeah, blessed. Thank you. Oh, I go to Deborah.
Thank you. Yesterday during the ancestors, what kept coming is that my stepson and daughter from a previous relationship, we still claim each other even though they're dad and I don't, but they're incredible spiritual beings, two of them. The third one, that's not his path this lifetime, but that's okay. He does other things. And I just really got the head to call her after class and remind her of how powerful she is. I mean, when she was working, this has been years ago, she was working at a cafe in Colorado, and she was serving these people at a table, and they were Chinese. And she went back to the counter, and the lady said, "I didn't know you spoke Chinese." She said, "I don't." She said, "Well, you were speaking Chinese to them." And she totally understood him. She was totally in the flow, and she's very connected when she wants to be. It's like, Steph, it's time to start stepping up. So I put out there that she might want to consider Sharon's work, and she's thinking about it. She's heard about it, but it was like so clear that they're really needed. And Ben has been working in Hollywood for many years doing movies, movie scout, location scout and stuff. And she had just seen him the week before in Florida. And she said, "Yeah, he's doing great on his birthday." And I had called him right as he was going into Joshua Tree. He spent 3 days by himself. And he realizes that he doesn't want all the Hollywood scene. It's like he's wanting to start a retreat center and more of a spiritual retreat center. And his brother wants to start a resort kind of place, but that's more for, you know, rock and roll, drugs. He has a band. His wife's a DJ. That's their thing. But it was very interesting, and they've always been some little incredible beings. And so yesterday, I just have to start spending a little more time in that direction. And I've been trying to listen, and after Gaia's request yesterday, I worked on the shield around the earth, so that was good. That's what I've been up to. And just, you know, I get to see the doctor tomorrow to see what he says for my checkup and what I'm allowed to do, and we're going through Terry's stuff. So that's what's going on with us. So Sharon.
That's good. Yeah, it definitely changes are afoot. I've been feeling it for a couple of weeks in pressury. And what it's boiling down for me is to not stop everything on the physical plane. And I haven't decided what the criteria is, but I'm really being called to spend most of my hours on the inner plane, because there are a lot of teams and a lot of plans with new energy coming in that's not been here before ever. To be able to be at least one point of declaration and anchoring for what already is in place, ready to change the multiple outpicturings of evil. I'll just use the word evil. So across the board. So I'm not sure what that's going to look like, but I'm definitely going that direction. I know that if I don't go that direction, I'm going to get sick and be forced to go that direction, and I'd rather do it by choice. So I I think last week, I think I led this circle last week also, and my inclination was to give space for each of us, or at least to propose that we each take the opportunity to say, what is the greater intelligence? What is that? What am I personally? What's the vision that I'm a part of that I may not know I'm a part of? Where can I most powerfully play in that bigger picture? Because we spend a lot of time healing the past, pulling out concepts, visioning the future, doing a lot of those, but it just feels like each of us have already within us something that's now ready to come out, and it's personal guidance that's going to let us know what that is and how to be with it. So this seems like the perfect time to just have that time and space to do our journey. See what you see, ask what you ask, hear what you hear in relationship to you, in relationship to your experiential wisdom, and where you are being called. And that's not where you need to go. This is your time. And it's an amazing, huge shift time for the planet. So, okay. With that, anything you want to say before we close the conversation and open, let's go beyond the veil? It's good to go on beyond the veil, Sue. Absolutely.
Did Arlie share? Were
Yeah.
you first?
Yeah,
Were you
she
first?
was first.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
talked about quantum fields earlier and had nothing but ants to bring in, so I'm
That's
good.
Okay, so I'm gonna set this for 15. We usually do 10. I'm gonna set time for 15 so that, and if we come back before that, we'll know we're back because we turn on cameras. Or if you need to get up and stretch before you turn on the camera, I think you'll have time for that. So with that, in whatever way is comfortable to you, bringing your attention into the physical body. In this present moment, there's a point of power in which all past, present, future of all forms exist right here, right now. And in that great expanse of information, there is something there for each of us as it relates to why we are on the planet today, why we were in this group today. So solidly your physical body is held to be refreshed and nourished as it holds the roots there with Gaia. When you feel that stability and joy of the physical body, then allow yourself to, with that very alert you, part of yourself, that intelligent soul, let yourself lift beyond the body and up beyond your home, above the trees, moving into that greater expanse, that field many call quanta, biofield, galactic worlds included. And look around and sense who is there as your guide. And how are you going to take your journey? We always anchored in sovereignty within a cocoon of total protection, guidance, love, and balance. So just notice as you journey the forms, the colors, the spaces, as you travel to that sacred place prepared for you and this time. As you journey, there will come a moment when you feel yourself landing and right there, the space prepared for you, with a team, with a group waiting for you. And we place each other lovingly in the spaces best for each of us, knowing that love is there with us. And when you feel complete, you will find your way effortlessly back to this circle, this time. And at that point, I will call you here. So until then, be with those who know. Okay, so Angelique, would you like to share what your experience was?
Yes. I'll start with your question, who is there as my guide today? And then I see myself floating, traveling far from our planet, through a rainbow-colored universal realm, and traveling further and further through a crystalline, unmeasurable space. I am journeying into the void, and it's dark and full of exploding light frequencies at the same, very, very same moment. I have no weight at all, and I travel so fast. My companions are not only my guides and guardians, but also Michael is there, safe and familiar to me. I am not me anymore, but I experience myself in a state of pure energy. I have all forms from fluidity to light, and I remember how to travel on the light. Michael shows me the meaning of existence combined with the law of reciprocity. I know that we, humanity, are growing into a state of bliss. Michael shows me how this can be. However, there has to be made a shift, a total shift, and all of humanity has to make that shift, And we are able to make this shift, and we meet fear to overcome, hurt to embrace and to understand. And I see, or better said, I know with my inner vision how the world may look like when humanity will be able to shift our perception. There will be no thinking no more, but acting from this deep, deep inner knowing within. And we are guided, and we will be guided as soon as we let go of our thinking. We know when we connect to the voices of the ancestral planes, to the wisdom of our stone libraries and crystal beings, to the Akashic records, where we have access to. We need only to do one thing, and that is to trust.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Oh, it goes further still. I feel this is where it ends. I feel a vibration which I may recognize as universal love, and this brings me back so easily. Yeah, that was it.
Beautiful. Who do you want to choose, Angelique?
I choose you.
Oh, okay. Mine was an expansion of what I've been feeling and the various teams that are in play. So I was just in that, getting the download of what, a little bit about purpose, a little bit about one by one by one by one, compiling a list of those places, those items, those situations that have teams ready to take action within this bigger plan. So I spent the time kind of like being an administrative writing. So that's what I did. Sue.
Thank you. Well, mine was so simple. I just went into pure energy and I just was one with it. Felt amazing. I was in the flow. I don't know how else to say it. I was in the flow. And there weren't any words coming until Angelique was talking. And all I am to do is trust. There's nothing I have to change. Absolutely nothing. That's the world talking to me, not spirit. When I think I have to pull the veil down because the veil's not even there anymore. It's just I'm not recognizing it because I have this expectation from a world perspective of what change looks like. And I know I am being I know the alarm's not going off when I set it for certain things. I know I get a phone call and I'm not attending what I had thought I was going to be attending. And I'm waiting for the hour to come and I lay down and I sleep right through it. So I had the feeling a week or two ago that I was going to go into a more silent time. And I guess this is it. I guess I have already started a more silent time. And I move on Wednesday, and that is going to be a very different geographic for me. So the radical change is actually happening for me. I just don't recognize it because I have this world view of what radical change is. And this is an inside change, not an outside change at this time. So the riding the wave was feeling fabulous. I felt like I was surrounded and flowing in the stream of life in love and light. And it felt wonderful. So I am complete. Thank you. Arlie?
Thank you, Sue. Well, I think Angelique and I went to the same place at first, and then I joined some of Sue's. So I was in deep space following Sharon's meditation, and I split into particles that split and saw other splitting particles and met up with the other splitting particles. And there was a rearranging of it all. And this is about instant healing. So we're all made of the same stuff. Absolutely everything is the same stuff. It's only how we put it together. And so put it together differently. Just ask and put it together differently. None of the blocks are inherently bad. They're just in the wrong place or have been deliberately used a maid in the wrong way. It's so hard to explain. So I saw this rearranging in these blocks going different places, and there was the flow that you talked about. And yeah, then it ended with just all of the rainbows and the lights and the energy and just flowing around. And it's just a case of reach out, take what you need, ask for what you need, work with the energies that have come to us, and keep saying, we're here for you, and put these blocks together, these bits together in this field that's prepared for us in the way that they need to be. Boy, does that sound limiting, the way they need to be, like I would know. But anyway, that's what I was shown. That's where I went. That's what I did. And I'm turning it over to you, Deb.
Thank you, Harley. And Sharon was saying, go, off. And we went to a meadow, and I'm like, so we're not going to go to deep space or anything? And they're like, no, you know that all too well. You've spent too many lifetimes, even in this lifetime, you spent too much time off in those realms by yourself. You don't need to do that. What you need to do now is be grounded and present. And in other lifetimes, I've seen my belief systems that to be my spiritual work, I had to go off and be alone and leave family, friends, everything behind. And they're like, that's done. That's not true. And that's what you have to get before we can go into the rest of the stuff that you're going to be doing. And that was what they were trying to teach me today. And then they took me to this, like another planet, but it was on this beautiful ocean. It was kind of like being on the Hawaii beach in this gorgeous structure, wooden, open to the ocean, resort meeting area with people and stuff. And it's like, no, so you can do it all, grounded and in lovely spaces. It's not in the cold, dark resources of outer space. And they're like, forget that part for you. And impressing that. And then went on to do some more. There's some more work to do on the sphere that had been around the planet, just to clean up some odds and ends. So we did that in this really nice place by this beach, or wherever that was. So that was mine.
Wonderful. It's great to be in a place where we're supported and encouraged, each one in our own way, and then we can encourage each other. This is a place we've never been before. We're working with energy in a way we've never had before. We're working with intelligences beyond what have been able to get through to us before. So it's not so much like what they need to be, is it, Arlie? It's more like there's a calling. There's already an intelligence. There's already a form. There's already a flow. Our part as a physical is to say, do it. Come on, right now, and anchor it in. But it can't be done. Einstein says, if you want to make changes, you've got to have a different consciousness. And it's not that we've not all just changed our consciousness. We literally have changed the field of consciousness that allows what we've seen and known was possible. It's now possible. So thank you all. And I know you'll keep being called day by day by day, and then we'll get together again and we'll see what's the next on the agenda. The Breathe into Wellness with Sharon will start at 3:30 right after this call. She's changed that. And the regular Healing with Sue is on Thursday morning. Our coffee chats are still scheduled for Tuesday, I think at 5, or Thursday at 10. And it's great to have others participating, but it gives us a lot of opportunities. So anything anybody wants to say before we close? Deborah's got her hand up. Oh, I'm sorry, Deborah. I have to give you permission.
Okay, so the coffee chats, I missed that somehow.
The coffee chats came
Tuesday
about
is at 5?
Tuesday at 5. Oh, no. Yeah, Tuesday at 5, Thursday at 10. And it's not this number. It's Emma's. Emma volunteered her number. And I think they're, up to about, I think they're right now they're up to 40 minutes. I'm not sure, we may change that, but that's where it is right now. And it's just come,
Okay, I don't
no
know.
host, no agenda, come just visit is what they're about.
Yeah, I think I missed the email somewhere. I'll go look.
Yeah. If you're on Slack, I don't know if you're on Slack.
Yeah,
We also,
I signed up, but I can't get in.
yeah.
I
I'm trying to pull people over onto tru.net. It's more like, I think it might be more user friendly, a lot more like Facebook, but without the control and oversight that Facebook does with its people. It's very much in alignment with what we would want for a platform.
Okay.
But I'll send out reminders just so you know it, and I'll post it in Slack. I'll post it in True.
Okay, I obviously have been missing things, so.
Oh boy, haven't we all?
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, everyone.
So you're
Man,
looking
we'll see you when we see you again.